This time around, since we are at the global finals, okay.
One of the international teams being selected here is Wildling. Happy birthday, Murrow. It was his birthday yesterday.
Oh, okay. Happy birthday. This is interesting. I'm not we have this spread of picks happening, but I don't think we see a ban.
I think they're assuming it's a mech, because mech usually is the ban, and based on, I guess we just gotta wait. But so far, they're just locking in for now. I think they already assumed, or they already know who the ban is. But based on what the lineup is for now, it seems like they're locking in a very, if Explorer is coming into the mix, then I think mech was banned, especially if it's on the table. Arms, it does have a lot of grassy patches for the Explorer to hide in. Now, I wonder if he'll be going for a Sculptor or a Dream Witch in the first pick, but he does have like a Violinist and a Bonbon. So we'll see how that pans out. But so far, this team is very brawny. I think they're having a tough guy meta, especially when it comes to the Wildling forward and Merc, while hopefully, again, the most tasty survivor, as they would say, is the Explorer. Because, again, once you find him, first hit is for free because he has to get out of that Lilliput book state. So we'll find out what PP Jha will lock in with in Hunter. Oh, interesting.
Sculptor. Shelby. I really like this combination coming in from RD, though. I mean, you definitely want to keep that Explorer up for as long as possible. Both Wildling and Forward could very well easily do that job. And then on the flip side, I think a Sculptor is a really nice, and more importantly, who you guys are rooting for to head into the next stage of this tournament. Do you want to see RD or GG? You know what, Putch? Let's get the action going right away as we head into the action right here, right now.
PP Jha rotating around, sees that someone's been around the Cypher here. Doesn't know it's AQ just yet. We do see him, I guess he's going to lock in with AQ, the Merc, but then that's going to be a tough chase if ever he'll be able to really down this Merc, especially in the ruins here. Nice, uses the elbow pads just to get a little bit away from PP Jha, and now the chase still continues.
Yes, PP Jha looks like we'll be going the full commit on this Merc, in which case doesn't want to waste too much time. Just goes for a little bit of a peek before continuing on to the target. Looks like there won't be any shifts, just wants to make the most of the time just so that...
I think he's brought like teleport quenching effect or so. Yeah, so he's able to look for that Explorer. Excellent teleport there while Zekai was trying to hunt for those pages. Finds him in the corner. Oh, wow, misses that hit, but PP Jha found the best target ever in this scenario, Articuno.
Definitely worked out in the end, and this is gonna be Christmas for our Sculptor right now. Just needs that one more hit. Can PP Jha close out the distance? Slowly getting in there. Zekai trying to play in with as much terrain as possible. Not gonna quite work out in the end. Gets pincered into those walls, and that will be a very, very happy Sculptor as he brings his first target to a rock chair. First time around. Let's see how this rolls out.
I'm not sure. I think that was quite impressive by PP Jha. Just practicing his patience with that Merc, trying to down him, but you know what? Knew when to shift priorities. He knew that the most optimal target and the one that would disrupt the Cypher Rush the most is the Explorer. Was able to teleport accordingly. And now we see that Chisel. Again, one of the best tools that the Sculptor has, so she's able to monitor and camp at bay. So now still trying to harass anyone that tries to come in. Zekai almost at the halfway mark, so PP Jha making sure that he has at least one survivor ready. Rock, you see that the Wildling is up on deck, and the forward now it has to dodge the Sculptors coming from this Chisel.
This is an interesting set though, coming in from RD. I mean, sure, PP Jha just not a single second wasted thus far. Like you said, Mercury into the Explorer worked out quite well. On the flip side, I'd say RD definitely holding out their own as well, not wanting to give up any form of progress on these ciphers. As you can see, 2 will be heading towards completion, but teleport coming in right away.
That was pretty smart. Actually, I think they were going to give that person up. The Wildling was just there just to keep him at bay, but now knew that Rocky was hanging out here at the factory area. PP Jha not wasting any time, teleports. Rocky wise to use the football just to gain a little bit of distance away from that Chisel, but PP Jha is hunting for his next target.
Yeah, nice transition here in which case, and not a bad move here coming in from RD. It's just one of those high risk, high reward things that you have as an explorer. Just once caught, you're gonna have to weigh in, but that's gonna be the down onto Rocky.
Yeah, he's PPJA again, not one to mess around with when it comes to those sculptors. And now look at that, Rocky on the chair, second survivor, and still 4 ciphers remaining. Some progress is done. Accelerated coding has been popped, and now I think they have to try to force a rescue or try to approach in some way.
There you go. Rescue gonna come in, just waiting for that right time and not wanting to give up on any of their members. There you go. That's the first hit coming in, and off they go. PPJA is gonna be back on the trail, though. We'll just continue to commit onto Rocky, trying to land a hit over the window. He will go. Volt come in, tries to play around, but luckily this is gonna buy a little bit more time. Pallet has been dropped, but PPJA gonna easily be able to play catch up here. Just gonna go over the ledge once again, and the chase continues. But
so far, excellent rebound kite from Rocky. Has a little bit of the football to utilize, transitioning away from the factory. The pallet here, oh, unfortunate there. PPJA, excellent timing on that hit. And you know what, the sculptor does have a little swing there, so he timed that pretty well. And now Rocky will see his second round in the chair. I believe that was past half.
I believe so.
Oh, not quite.
Okay.
Not quite. But
Still
then now, yeah, now we do see that he has teleport ready. So that is, he's ready to go for his next target. We do see some cipher progress happening. 2 ciphers remaining, but they have to try to figure out, will they go for the save or will they just try to get as much objectives as possible?
This is just nice and steady coming in from our sculptor here. We do see at least the progress still being made.
Teleport. Q, oh man, has to use the elbow pads to get away, and then you see that the forward is able to, the forward sent back to the manor. PPJA working on his third target. He's so calculated with this Articuno. He just knows with the timing, the ebbs and flows, and gets a hit on that mercenary. Excellent stuff from PPJA. Now it is air QAQ that he is looking for.
What I find really commendable here, Clutch, is just also noting which particular ciphers have had that more prolonged wiggle in the distance, just so that he has that mental account of which ciphers are most likely farther off in progress than others, which is why there's been just a lot of precision, a lot of mental multitasking, just being able to note all of that. And at the end of the day, PPJA, from what we've been seeing, has been in total command of this game. Not to discount RD either, who's been making excellent progress on these ciphers. You can only do so much out.
Yeah, it was, they were responding pretty well, but PPJA, once he got that Explorer down, and his sculptor hits, these statue hits are just so on point. And now working on getting Air QAQ to join the fray here in the down survivors. And AQ pops back up to try to push some of these objectives. PPJA changing targets right away with that chisel, sees AQ try to just get out of the range of that chisel, and he does. PPJA now still trying to focus on downing AQ, so that's one less survivor to worry about.
Yes, and of course, PPJA going to be traversing the distance right now to try to get there onto AQ. A little bit of a way to go, but going to get his sights on him once again. Tries to land that hit, and down AQ goes. Teleport doesn't want to waste any time whatsoever. Makes a beautiful transition over here to the Wildling, but how much time can our boy here buy?
Yeah, he jumped back. Yeah, just great timing on getting into his pal Porky there. Air QAQ trying to bolt that window, but no, he was hit out of that bore state. Drops the pallet just to extend the kite a little bit more. AQ now, is down and already used his self heals. So now PPJA, only a matter of time till he tries to down Air QAQ.
The last piece of the puzzle, and darn, that was pretty quick. And there you have it. That is going to be our first half, going over picture perfect 5 points. Man,
yeah.
Oh man.
PPJA, again, one of the best to ever do it. His sculptor is one, the map itself, he was able to carry the right persona, the traits, and for the international team, minus the forward. Oh, they're not. An enchantress makes her way to the mix, so still having that fear of a stunner in the mix would definitely force Dream to probably carry excitement. So making a huge statement here. Again, Articuno, as you mentioned, maybe textbook was the right word. This is kind of not what you'd see in the first round picks. An Enchantress, very interesting.
I love this though. Having an Enchantress come into the play, this composition I see would play out a bit well to what we were talking about as far as a composition that plays towards win conditions. You already have the points. Let's go ahead and bring in a composition that will try to just bring it on, stretch it long enough so that we have some decent progress on those ciphers with a hope and a prayer. Get 5 of them popped up, get 1 of our men out of the gate, and that's just good to go.
And just for some context, you guys, that the Enchantress was only picked once in IVL. So her being picked in first round is, I'm pretty sure they practiced this comp because it's not the usual one you'd see. Especially, I would also bring up Priestess. She's usually very good at late game, especially when trying to get to the dungeon. But in a small map like Arms Factory, you rarely see it. You usually see her in the Ever Sleeping Towns, the Moonlit River Park, the Leo's Memories. But a Priestess coming into the mix, I would love to see how GG would use this composition.
Absolutely. And it also makes me wonder how Artie's going to be responding to it, because that's just a lot of slippery slopes that he's going to have to deal with these particular 4 survivors. So if anything, I would love to see a hunter that could probably accelerate the pace a bit more to not allow GG the opportunity to maximize the game that they have. Yes, sir.
Going with the Mad Eyes, the hunter he's known for. Big statement that Dream is making here. Sculptor was in the table, but no. Again, as you mentioned, that I know that we were wanting to see like textbook, like, okay, we're going to go with the regular, usual suspects, but seeing a Mad Eyes in this comp, I'm pretty sure he wants to go for comfort more than anything else for him to be able to, and hopefully he'll be able to get those 5 survivors down.
I love this. I love this. It's not, I wouldn't even call it gutsy because it's just
an amazing graphic we're seeing.
Yep, there we go. I was not expecting that. That looked pretty darn good. But you know what? What we weren't expecting either was a Mad Eyes to start off Call of the Abyss for Global Finals. I am all for it. Let's get it on, Pudge.
Yeah, and I think GG was sort of expecting this because they knew Dream had a Mad Eyes, but this early on though, let's hope that they're able to understand this this Mad Eyes and how Dream's going to operate accordingly, because again, they do have some survivors that can, again, the Enchantress coming to the mix, the Seer's always welcome, Mercenary always there, but Priestess as well being that slippery target. Now Dream just setting up his walls just so he makes sure that no one's going to be able to use that that shack area. Kokao in the area. Is this the most optimal target though? It's the Enchantress, so you know she can kite for a while if she gets those stacks going.
Absolutely, and I think there you go. Dream is already on it,
and something to note as well: confined space plus blink. Dream really wants to down these survivors. Kokao, nice drop on that pallet to just gain some distance from Dream. Kokao again just going to the ruins area here just to gain, and now has 1 stack, so he'll be able to use that just in case he gets in a precarious situation. Over at the box here, shifting over to the factory, so really long time already being bought by this Enchantress.
Exactly, and take note, okay, first hit will come in, still has a stun to work with just in case, and there you go, trying to get that overview right there. Will it actually work out? No.
Yeah, he cut it off. He cut off his exit path, and oh my god, the Enchantress there had to go for it, and the Owl was able to block it, but Dream gets his first survivor down. Excellent utilization of the walls.
That was perfection coming in from Dream, knowing very well how to play out key exit points for this Enchantress to escape, and just get a pretty nice block off, and that's
wow,
that was quick.
That was a great rescue by ZB, catching a Dream off guard. But Kokao again has that borrowed time just to gain a little bit. Again, look at the walls. The placement of this is just so good. He's going to have to eat that hit, and that is going to be 8 down Enchantress once borrowed time's done.
Yes, and
Ty Turner. Sorry. Yeah, go.
no worries. But yeah, as I was about to say, okay, trying to get that overview. Want to try to pressure out the other survivors. Don't want to give them as much opportunity as possible to decode. And all said, yeah. I
Yeah.
love how Dream's trying to keep on top of things and just blocking off any progress.
Exactly, just so good. Just is like the iron wall of RD. Gets another save, but then tries to just time it well, put a wall down just so he can get at chip damage for that priestess. And look at that, we see another downed enchantress. This is her last time on the chair. So far, so good for Dream. 2 ciphers remaining.
Yeah, still quite the hefty progress that they have to get on that 5th one, but still at least more than halfway for the 4th one they were already working on. Still, mission accomplished for this enchantress. That was just so much time bought out here. And as we said, we're not even looking for 5 points. We're not looking for a perfect score from these survivors. They just need that 1. And so far, it is looking very, very feasible with 3 survivors left on the field. Now, Dream really has his work cut out.
Yeah, Zizai in the area. That priestess can gain a lot of distance, but he's trying to fake out with those walls. Again, uses that portal just to get a little bit away and continue this kite. Dream changing targets here. 2 ciphers remaining. You see that 1 cipher is almost ready to pop, but 2 still remain just being pushed.
Gotta be very careful here. Slowly getting blocked out of F2000 and just ultimately gets pincered in. Fortunately, gonna try to work with these portals though, working out pretty well thus far.
Oh,
Roll with the
man.
punches, please.
Yeah, but the blink is going to be used, and Zizai will be falling. But just to highlight what Zizai was doing there, just using that portal just to get away, just so he won't be touching the fences that Dream is putting up. But this is his 2nd survivor on the chair.
And this is where I believe the discussion of forethought comes in, where this priestess, the perfect pick to have forward in anticipation to a potential Mad Eyes, and that was just a clear demonstration right there as to why you would want to have that forethought just in case you are up against a hunter such as Dream. But still, fight is not quite over just yet. 4th cipher already near completion. That 5th, or rather, yeah, 5th rather. The 5th and final cipher that they need to pop is already near completion. So it's all a matter of trying to make sure that they get a nice rescue on that priestess, just so that they have more numbers to work with. You want to keep up the precaution as much as possible.
Exactly. 4-4-5, throwing caution at the wind here, trying to approach. But the walls are just, the fences are just blocking off this priestess. They want to be able to go for at least 3 survivors to push for that gate war. And now we see 4-4-5 eat that hit and does not have an owl just yet. I don't know if he'll be able to make it in time as Dream continues to harass the Seer.
Oh, this is
He's trapped.
nowhere to go, by the way.
Yeah,
Actually,
they had to
just-
pop it. Yeah, he had to jump through that again. Confined space as well as this. Just putting up the walls again, just clipping ZB. And now we still see that 2 survivors remain, Articuno.
Yes, 2 survivors. This should be enough to try to at least get one of them. In this case, Dream would as much as possible want to try to land 1. Just a lot of heavy focus onto 4-4-5 here. As well as ZB trying to block out these exit gates, trying to prevent them from getting on.
Wow.
Beautiful
It's getting
position.
closer and closer. ZB has nowhere to run already. He gets that hit. The delayed effect, thank God for that mercenary. And you see 4-4-5 still running away, not wanting to get in part of these fences. And Dream is just a master when it comes to just placing these fences and knowing and predicting where these survivors will be going. But we see 4-4-5 pushing that exit gate, but again has to move away because Dream putting up those fences is just so dangerous for them.
Yes, sirree. And from what we saw, halfway on that other gate, looks like Dream just going to try to close out here onto 4-4-5. Going to try to get a nice peek over. Wants to just get the full assurance of at least getting 4-4-5 out of the game, because it's already a good done deal. Wow!
That blink. Awesome stuff from Dream. Gets the 3 down. Again, not that bad, because again, GG started out so well, but Dream, a very has to be respected. His Mad Eyes, gotta put respect in that name.